Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Tammy Live. I'm Tammy and today I'm going to show you how to make my delicious award-winning baked ziti, guys. When I tell you that this baked ziti is absolutely delicious, the taste is absolutely phenomenal and it's nice and quick and easy to put together. So without further ado, let's introduce these ingredients and start cooking, guys. Alrighty, for this particular recipe, I'm going to be using ground turkey. However, you can feel free to substitute with ground beef or even ground pork using the same seasonings. Totally optional and totally up to your liking. As I mentioned, we have ground turkey as well as red onions, diced red onions. However, if you want to use yellow or white onions for this recipe, you can do that as well. We also have some minced garlic, scallions, also known as green onions, that's chopped. We also have salt, ground black pepper, smoked paprika, some sugar, as well as chicken bouillon cubes, diced tomatoes, diced bell peppers, oregano, as well as a combination of parsley and cilantro. Yes, we also have some pasta sauce and some oil right here. Alrighty, first thing we're gonna do is, guys, we're gonna add some oil to our preheated skillet. And we are going to add our onions. And we are gonna give it a little toss and a little mix and get those aromatic flavors released. We're also going to add our minced garlic. Gonna give it a good stir. Combine both of the ingredients. So far, easy, right? Telling you. To this, we are also going to add our bell peppers. What am I talking about, guys? Green onions. We are also going to add our green onions and we're going to combine everything together. Bell peppers, yeah, right. Too soon for the bell peppers. We're not going to add the bell peppers just yet. So far in this skillet, we have our oil. We also have our onions as well as our minced garlic and our our scallions, also known as green onions. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mix everything. We're not going to allow our garlic to burn because garlic does burn pretty fast. But we're going to combine everything and allow the flavors to release and smell good. And we're going to take it all in. Alrighty. So far, it's been about 1 minute. And what we're going to do now at this point in time is we are going to add our meat, our ground turkey, and we are going to get to chopping. Chop it up, chop it up. Gonna turn this way so I can have better control over this pan. And we are gonna combine all of those 4 ingredients with this ground turkey. So far, the smell from the onions and the garlic and the green onions, absolutely amazing. It smells so delicious. And we haven't even added any spices yet, right? And already it smells so good. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing great. Great. Just gonna keep mixing. We're gonna allow this meat to brown. Give it a few minutes. It's not going to take long. Be patient. So far, we've only been cooking for like what? Probably about 4 to 5 minutes. And we've gotten pretty far thus far, right? We've gotten pretty far. Cooking, to be honest, is not complicated. Yes, it may come off to some as complicated, just like other things to us or people who know how to cook might come off a little complicated, okay? But to be honest with you, it's just about adding the right spices. And just, like I said, adding the right combination of spices. And believe you me, it's not hard. I think what makes it difficult for some is the fact of just not knowing what to add and how much to add. All right, we are getting there. The meat is browning perfectly. All right, to this, we are now going to add salt, not too much. Salt is just for flavor, okay? It's not to overdo it. You're just gonna add just enough to taste. And we're also going to add some black pepper. Combine it once again. Like I always say, seasoning is not salt. It should consist of more than just salt. It's so many other seasonings, you know, that's out there. So many different blends. So let's not just rely on salt and ground black pepper to season our food with. We're also going to add our smoked paprika. We are going to stir it and combine it. Smoked paprika is going to give it a nice smell, as well as a little added flavor, and it's also going to help with the color as well, the color contrast. Alrighty, we are going to add our chicken bouillon cube. For this particular recipe, I'm going to add 1.5. And that should be enough. However, if you're using beef, you can always use a beef bouillon cube. But because I'm using turkey, I'm using a chicken bouillon cube. And if you have the powder, you can use that as well. If you don't have the powder, of course, you're going to use a cube. Let it break on down and flavor our ground turkey. If you have Montreal chicken seasoning as well, you can add that as well. The aromatics coming out of this skillet is absolutely, absolutely, oh my God. It just smells so good. I just want to take it all in. Alrighty, moving on to phase 2. Now that our meat is cooked, we are going to add our pasta sauce. And of course, you're going to add your favorite brands. And for the pasta sauce, we're going to add enough according to the amount of meat that we're using. And make sure we add enough because we're also going to incorporate the rigatoni, or if you're using Ziti shells, it doesn't matter, into the skillet. So make sure you add enough to incorporate with not just the meat, but also to accommodate the pasta that you're using as well. To this, we are going to add our diced tomatoes, as well as our bell peppers. And our combination blend of parsley and cilantro, as well as our oregano, dried oregano. And we are going to combine all of these beautiful ingredients into our meat sauce. So far, everything is looking nice and saucy. And last but not least, guys, we are going to add granulated sugar. Why are you adding sugar? Because if you're a person like me that likes to eat late at night, especially when it comes to pasta and sauce and all of that stuff, you don't want to wake up with heartburn. So here's a trick that my grandmother taught me. Whenever you add sugar, it neutralizes the acidity within the tomato sauce. So if you're a late eater like myself, or a person who has like acid indigestion after hours, add that sugar and you can eat pasta at any time of the day, any time at night, and you're not going to be awakened by heartburn. Yes. Remember, you heard it here first. And also, it's going to be complementary to the taste as well. A lot of times when you add salt, it works as a good combination to add sugar as well from time to time with certain recipes, all right? Yep, the sugar neutralizes the acidity. My grandmother has been doing that forever. She's over 90 something years old. So yes, she's been doing it forever, almost 100 years. And it works. It really, really does. Alrighty guys, what I'm gonna do now as of this point is I'm gonna cover it down and I'm gonna lower the heat to low. I'm gonna allow it to simmer because I want all of the ingredients and everything, all of the flavors to become one. And I'm gonna allow it to simmer for about approximately 5 to 8 minutes. And with all of that being said, I'll be right back guys to show you what the finalized product looked like, and we're gonna put this baked ziti together and it's gonna be off the hook. Catch you in a minute guys. All right, we are back, and so far it's been about 5 minutes. And as you can see, look at the steam. We have the bubble action taking place, and everything smells so delicious, guys. I'm gonna give it one final mix, and we are in business. I am gonna turn the stovetop off, and I'm gonna incorporate the sauce with the meat one more time. Look at how beautiful. And I am gonna take my rigatoni pasta, and we are going to incorporate a pasta with our meat sauce. Take it easy, take your time. Get it all up in there. Allow the noodles to be, or should I say allow the noodles to submerge in the sauce. Pick up all of those wonderful flavors. You're gonna add some more, and I'm running out of space, but it's all right because we're gonna make it work. Get it all incorporated. To be honest with you, this took no time. Honestly. Did it take any time to put this together? Not at all whatsoever. The thing that took the longest here to cook, honestly, was the rigatoni pasta. That took the longest. That took about, I would say, like 15 to 20 minutes. I didn't do the whole al dente thing because here's the thing. When I put it in the oven, I'm only putting it in the oven to allow the cheese to melt. It's not like I'm making a different dish where I need to cook it al dente and all that other stuff. What I did do was I allowed it to boil a little bit past al dente, and allow the noodles to be a little bit more softer than al dente basically. And yeah, not too soft, but somewhat in between. Because like I said, once I put this in the oven, it's just to have it melt and become really beautiful. And then we take it out the oven and we're done. That's it. At this point in time. It's about that time. We're gonna put this right here. We are gonna pour our beautiful, it's heavy guys. This is heavy, it's heavy. All right, make it happen, make it happen. Alrighty, obviously it's too much pasta for this casserole dish. So I got me a secondary casserole dish on deck, ready to go. And I'm gonna take the remaining pasta and I'm going to incorporate it in this skillet. Give it a good mix. Make sure every noodle is covered in meat sauce. And I'm going to add it to, I want you guys to get a good look at it. Add it right up in here, just like that. So now we're working with 2 casserole dishes, right? The more, the better. Okay, it's mozzarella cheese time, guys. So we are going to add our mozzarella cheese to our ziti. And just in case you're inquiring, this is actually the block cheese, the block mozzarella cheese that I hand grated. And yeah. It's gonna have a better melting effect. Just gonna pat it on in there. We're gonna get everything to stay in this casserole dish, guys. This is a big one. Also gonna take some cheese and add it to our secondary casserole dish. Can't forget about this one. Oh no, sorry, Bob. Our baby ziti is done. And we're gonna go back to our big boy right here. What I'm gonna do is, because you don't want the cheese to fall over into the oven, let's just say, hypothetically, if your baked ziti looks like mine and it's overflowing and all of that stuff, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get yourself a baking sheet and you're gonna take this, put it on top of the baking sheet and put it in the oven, because you don't want the cheese to fall onto the oven, because it's gonna burn and it's gonna set off the smoke alarm and it's not gonna be good. Yeah, so basically just get yourself a baking sheet, or a baking pan rather, but pretty much a cookie sheet is what I'm saying. Take it, put it under here, and boom, in the oven, and that's it. We're gonna bake this at 350 degrees uncovered, and we are gonna allow the cheese to melt, and then we're gonna take it out the oven and we're gonna see how beautiful it is, and then we're gonna do a taste test, guys. So continue watching and don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Yes, and as you can see, our beautiful baked ziti is fresh out of the oven. I know you guys can see the steam coming off this thing. Trust me, that's not the only thing, guys. The smell coming from it, I can't wait to dig in. But first, let me tell you what I did. As you know, I placed it in the oven, uncovered, and I placed it in the baking pan because this is the baked ziti that was overflowing, yes. And as you can see, look at what happened. It overflowed and it made a mess, but I don't have to worry because it didn't fall, it didn't fall onto the oven. So we're good to go. We didn't set off the smoke alarm. Anyway, guys, yes, I allowed it to bake for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. However, everybody's stove is a little different. So we are gonna basically judge and go according to the way how we like our cheese melted, whether if we like it a little brown around the edges, nice and crusty, that sort of stuff. But anyway, guys, without further ado, it's time to dig in, guys, and I gotta take a taste of this beautiful, smell good baked ziti, guys. I can't do it anymore. So yes, look at the cheese. Look at the cheese pull. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's hot, piping hot, but it's good. The meat, absolutely flavorful. And that's the thing, guys. The meat is our base for this dish. And once the meat is seasoned to perfection, everything is gonna tie in together perfectly. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. And you see that extra pasta sauce that we added? Just enough to accommodate the noodles. Not dry, but nice and saucy. I taste the garlic, I taste the oregano, I taste everything. Just absolutely amazing. Anyway, guys, full recipe details are, of course, located at cookingwithtammy.recipes to get the full printable recipe, as well as tips and tricks. And of course, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pictures, guys. So head on over there and I will catch you guys later. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna continue eating this baked ziti and enjoying myself. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time. Bye, guys.